What's happening, guys? Dan here, DD Speed Shop, back in the shop. I got a brand new shirt on. Look at this. How long will this last? Not long. It is so freaking windy outside. My original plan today was working the other garage on the wagon, Nova kind of motor setup and all that. But it's so windy and cold in that garage, I'm not going over there. I'm staying here, nice warm. Unfortunately, that means I have to do body work. But I was sitting out here trying to get motivated. And I was looking at the roof, at how well it came out, even though the gun kind of screwed up a little bit. It came out so nice, and the car looks good, and it just makes me feel better. So I think what I'm going to do, instead of trying to make that as good as I can on bare metal, I'm going to start priming this thing. Not this second, hear me out. This door is probably 80% done. It needs a few little odds and ends. Obviously down at the bottom where I have the fiberglass, I got to do that. The quarter just needs to be kind of scuffed up and degreased. And then there's a little dent and a little bit obviously here. So I'm thinking I'll just kind of put a coat or two of filler on stuff like that. The tailgate's in pretty good shape. Scuff it up. I don't have the skill to see what it's going to do until there's a little bit of paint on it. So the primer wasn't cheap. It was, I don't know, a couple $100 or something like that. But I think that couple $100 of product that I might quote unquote waste by putting a base coat down so I can see what it's going to look like will save me so much time in trying to find these little dents and imperfections and stuff like that. And ultimately, the roof came out better than I thought. So I'll do the door, scuff up everything here in some 180 as best I can. You know, bottoms of the quarters. This door I haven't touched yet, but I'm thinking, I know it's got a little bit right here, and it's got a little bit right there. I'll fix those up, and then we're done from the back. This door jamb needs a little bit of love. Then I'll spend a little bit of time on the fenders, but like I said, my buddy's gonna come over and he's gonna help me out with a guide coat and stuff like that. I think maybe I'll do a video on it, kind of, you know, final prep for paint, something along those lines, and do that. But really, if it's all in one color, it's all gray, high build, it'll hide a lot, it'll take care of everything I need, and give me a really good idea of where I should focus my time on, because I don't want to waste a bunch of time on a fender and I'm just making it worse, or I'm not making any progress because I can't see it or I can't do it. Ultimately, the car will just look better. And 90% of working on an old hot rod, well, 100% of it is getting out there and doing the work. And if you can kind of look at it and you're kind of like, just not really feeling it, I get it. I hear you guys tell me all the time, you know, motivation, getting out there and all that. I fight my way, I trick myself into it, and I think one way to trick myself into it is having it all painted. I mean, obviously making it run, being able to do a burnout, all those things. These are like your little, you know, achievement points. Getting it all in primer, even if it looks bad, it'll look good to you guys on camera. So I'll take a little bit of a win there. So that's what I think I'm going to do tonight. I don't think I'm going to get it in primer tonight. Well, depends on my level of expectations. But I'll start prepping everything. We'll do a little bit of sanding, get the other door going. The fenders are going to be what they're going to be a pile of masking. I still haven't dealt with the hood yet, so maybe I'll do that as well. But it's in the other garage, and it's far away, and it's cold and windy, and I don't really want to. But that is where we're headed on this video. So hopefully you enjoy it. It's been a few hours of sanding. So I wasn't doing a whole lot of filming because it's on the other side, which is very boring. You need a lot of coats. And honestly, one of you guys left a comment there saying, you just watch for the suffer. So I wasn't gonna let that one guy win, but now you are. So I did kind of just scuff up the tailgate. Needs a little bit more love, but I'm not even too sure. So the primer is recommended to have be coated on 180 grit. But at the end of the day, I'm literally just putting a base on to then start sanding again anyways. So I can't imagine that 180 grit is gonna make a big difference because it probably doesn't wanna cover like an 80 grit scratch because it would take so much material. But at the end of the day, does it really matter what I'm trying to do? I did do that in 180. I've scuffed up the quarter, so it's kind of good. I got this down. It's still a little wavy, but again, it's little bits here and there. This door took a lot on the jamb itself, but it actually looks pretty straight and squared up again. I haven't even got this door to fit proper yet. So that will be a to-do task. Those are the few spots where the door need a little bit of love. It's good. This fender is as good as she's gonna be. I haven't done the cowl yet. Oh, I don't even know where that piece is. Ugh, man. When you paint a car and it's like, when every single piece has to be painted, it's like, where do you even start? That's the problem. I feel like you're just jumping all over the place, which I definitely am. But I think if I get it all into one color, then we can start systematically attacking it. Anyways, this fender it's got a little wave in it, but you know what? It's good enough for now. We gotta take the headlight out and finish sanding the front. This side, I did put one more coat on. This one actually came out quite a bit better, I believe. A little high spot. We'll go down there, and the door, I just put a few more schmucks on. So I should be able to get this mostly sanded. I'm hoping I can get this all sanded out in the next hour or so. Then I'll just hit the cowl real quick, and then I'll go over the tailgate by hand, just on the edges and stuff, because the orbital fits in between, which is nice, and at the top, and with just up on the edges I can't get so well. And then across the back I gotta do something there. Again, I'm just gonna kind of whatever. There's not even filler on it, so I'll just scuff it, shoot it. In here, same thing by hand. Like you can see where the sander has issue getting. Oh, I haven't done the backs. Just when you think you're getting there. So it's about 7 o'clock, 6, 7 o'clock now. So another hour sanding, have some supper. I might start masking it tonight. I don't know if I'll stay up till midnight painting. We'll see. Also, I only think I have a half gallon. The roof took a lot because I put 3 coats on. So I might only be able to get 2 coats on the car, which is probably fine. Again, because it's not gonna be blocked. It's just gonna be all one color and keep going. So now I will set the camera up so you can watch me suffer. You're welcome. Well, I blew her all up. It's a little dusty in here. A lot dusty, actually. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to run out. I'm going to get some, like, painters, whatever it's called, like vape barrier stuff. I want to wrap the wheels. I want to wrap the exhaust. Start masking. Yeah, I guess we'll mask the windows a little bit. And then we got to obviously cover the motor and stuff. And everything else is just going to get coated primer. I'd like to go tonight, but we'll see. I might take us quite late in the evening, and I do have to work tomorrow. But it'd be nice if it was all one color, and they can sit up and dry. Then I can come back. And then ultimately, I think I'll do, once it's all one color, then come back and be like, okay, we're going to focus on this fender, and then this door, and then this quarter panel. And hopefully I'll do a couple at a time. And that'd be like, you know, okay, this fender and this door are going to be as good as they can be. I'll work on them a little bit, and then we'll reprime them, and then they're done. And then carry on our way, kind of systematically attack it. And then when my buddy Andrew comes by, I'll have done that. I mean, I already spent, I don't know, 20 hours in this thing. And then we'll I'm sure I'll be at least that, if not more, into it. I mean, I know a nice paint job is hundreds and hundreds of hours, but we're not going for perfection. We're going for nice quality driver. So, got the truck running. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna blow the car off one more time, a little dust kind of settle, start sweeping up and stuff. But I guess not that it really matters. It's dust and primer versus the paint. I'm sure you want it as clean as possible, but I don't think it's as key as the nice color. I want this thing one color. I hope I have enough primer, actually. That's the big issue. Got about a half a can, so I might only get 1 or 2 coats on, and I'll have to get some more. So I don't know if I should try and chance it or wait till tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see how the night goes. Car's on the table. It's the next day. Even though I'm wearing the same shirt for continuity, it is tomorrow. I wasn't having enough primer. I don't even know what I said in the last clip there, but I went and got more primer today because let's face it, you need it. And I started masking this thing off. So I just put a painter's tarp thing on it, kind of go on the inside. I want to give everything in primer, and then I think I'll do something on the inside there, some sort of rust converter or whatever the heck it may be. So pretty simple deal. I mean, we're just trying to keep paint out of the inside a little bit just because there's some stuff in there and it's just draped over. I'm going to paint right over the turn signal lenses because they're both rotted out on the inside and I really don't care about them. The fenders need the most amount of work anyway. I did just a little bit more work, which as I can feel is actually still terrible, but we're firing the primer on it. I do have another, I don't know what this is all I got. En français. I'll wrap the tires because these are all brand new tires and rims, and I'm going to wrap the exhaust. Usually I would just paint over all this stuff, glass and all that, but for you today, I'm going to take it the extra mile. I also was talking to the paint guys, I'm going to reduce this primer just a little bit, like a 10% reducer in there as well. So it'll be like 4-to-1 plus 10% reducer, make it nice and silky smooth. I got a bunch of cups. I'm going to mix 2 or 3 cups, kind of ready to go. Well, I'll fill them with primer, and all I'll do is add the activator and a little bit of reducer. I could probably put the reducer in, then just activate it, mix it, and let it rip. So it's got like a 10-minute flash time, but in all reality, by the time you kind of get one side done, refill, go on the other side, get it done, you're basically ready to start again. And yeah, I swept up a little bit. I might put a little water down, probably not. We'll see how the day goes. Because this will be the first of, I'm sure, 2 or 3 different shots primer. But I'm really excited to get it all together in one shot. And I got to give her, because dinner is in 1 hour, and that is more important than priming a car. So we got to get her taken care of. So set the camera up, do a little lapsy laps, and I'll bring it back before we put the paint on. It's quite a concept having a bench that I feel full of shit all the time. Anyway, so we got this stuff. I had them pre-mix it on the shaker, so I'm probably not show my camera. It's thick. I mean, it's liquid body filler. Now on the cups on all the sides, there is different measurements: 1-to-1, 2-to-1, 3-to-1, whatever it may be. In this case, it's 4-to-1, 4 parts paint, 1 part activator, catalyst, and then I'm going to add a little bit of reducer. So on the thing it says like a little 10-20% you can add. So, and don't use wood sticks. So use this stuff. Now I got 2 out. My plan is to at least get 1 kind of coat on. I'm hoping 2 will do that. So we got 4-to-1. So I'll add 1 more part, which takes us to that. Then use a little reducer. This just lets it flow a little better. This stuff is so thick, it's like painting like spackle. or something like that. So I'll add another like 15 or so %. Perfect. Give her a little mixy mix. Now you could probably run a little strainer if you want before it goes into the gun. I do that with color, but I don't have any with me right now. They're in the other garage. I'm a little lazy. Pick your excuse. So anyways, put in the gun. Also in the gun, there's a little strainer at the bottom of the tank, whatever you want to call it. I threw that right in the garbage because it was jamming up in the last round. So now, we'll just get set up. I'll show you real quick how I'm going to set the spray pattern. So on these, this is an El Cheapo HVLP. So it's high volume, low pressure gun with a big tip on it. Now there's going to be, set your pressure. I think it recommends like, I don't know, 20 pounds or something like that. So we're right about there. This knob here, the more you turn it this way, it makes the fan bigger, and that'll make it more, you know, kind of concise if you want to get in like a tight area. And then this piece here you can pull in and out, and that just puts more paint in and out of the gun. That's pretty wide. Whoops, pretty wide. It's pretty small. So that should be pretty good. Something along those lines, I'm thinking. The trick is to have a place in your garage that you don't care about and you can test all your paint. Murray usually paints a jack stand, but I don't have any in this garage. So I'll get the camera reset up and we'll start blasting. Okay, this is 2 coats. Just letting it flash off real quick, and I'm going to end up putting one more top coat on. So we're going to three coats. It's pretty good. It's covering pretty good. I think the car looks pretty decent. I'm happy with it. I'm glad I waited because I'm going to use damn near that whole gallon doing 3 coats on this thing. So I guess the wagon, being a full-size car, soaks up a lot of paint. So, and there's no hood on it for crying out loud. But one more coat, and then have a little supper. We'll unmask it later. So it's been about an hour. Well, a little funny there. Everything else looks pretty good. I guess it's, well, it's still a little shiny. I guess maybe it needs a little bit of time. It's supposed to be hour and a half or 2 hour flash time to dry, 50 minutes between coats. So we should be pretty good. Yeah, kind of unmask it, but I want to show you real quick. Look at how much frickin' paint we used. This is the crazy part. So this was full, and that's all that's left. And then that's completely empty. I used all of that. But yeah, so that worked out pretty good. Full gallon. So this thing, there is a lot of primer on it at the end of the day, because we used probably half a gallon or so on the top. So I'm glad I waited till today. I would have run out of paint for like a coat, and then you probably should, you know, scuff it up and all that in between coats. But let's get this thing unmasked. So this will be real easy. But yeah, now I'll let it sit for a day or so. I think I'm gonna go work in the other garage on the wagon, or just do something a little different. But now it's all one color. Looks good. I'll be a little bit more motivated, hopefully anyways. Ooh, what happened there? Well, that didn't go great. Got some, what is that? The door kind of went a little gibbled for some reason. I don't know if that's it's a bunch of overspray maybe, or what? I guess we're going for like a full tour. This right here, I don't know what this is. Feels like it's just paint. Oh, I wonder if I painted it, and it's still super soft. If I painted and then the plastic rolled over on it. I wonder if I should mess with this now or wait till it hardens up a little bit. Either way, we'll sand it. Story of my life, eh? Never a dull moment. Okay, we'll unmask this side, because this is now the side we're on. Doesn't this look good now? All one color. All that rust repair. Man, this thing was in tough times just a few months ago. But now, I just watched all the Barrett Jackson Scottsdale, so it's basically worth $1 million. I can't believe what cars are selling for these days. Makes no sense to me. Which I'm hoping it actually gets more people into fixing up old cars, because they simply won't be able to afford the prices that people are trying to sell stuff for. As much as I can appreciate a nice original car, 100 grand for a hot rod is a little excessive. Look at that. Oh, that looks good. All right, I'll get this other side unmasked real quick, and then we'll just do a little walk around tour, kind of see all the little bits and whatnot. Honestly, the fenders aren't as bad as I thought they would be. A couple little things, but a sander can fix a lot. Okay, got Danny out here. I was just taking a minute, enjoy my work. I sent Josh a picture and he immediately made fun of me for the fender. But,
what's wrong with the fender?
Well, I lazed out on the body line a little bit there, so sure, a little flatter right there. But having a little color on it, having it one solid color now, I can see what it's going to look like. I feel motivated. We knew the fenders were going to be the trickiest part, but honestly, up top here, I think it looks not too bad. There's a little lump right there I can feel, but pretty good. I did nothing like down here. This has got a, I didn't even notice that, but it's got a big whammo in it.
It really shows up on camera.
Yeah, well, and I didn't even know that was there when it was just in regular kind of paint there. But I mean, the body line, like the wheel well is nice. The body line's miscellaneous. This door, which I was actually worried about, I think it came out not too bad. A little spot right there. I got to flatten out the bottom, but the door gap actually looks pretty good. I had a bunch of filler on here, and I ended up just sanding it all off. I was like, you know what? We'll see what it looks like. It's got a couple of dents down there, but it turned out pretty solid. The corners actually look really nice, I think. I mean, just a little bit up here where I did, and I'll have to figure out a little bit of trim line there because I actually just welded that and didn't even grind it down. So I do got to join that around, but at least now I can kind of test fit all the trim and go around with a little pencil and see what I need. Same within these areas, the light will show, there's all these like kind of curved areas. It was kind of blah with paint, but now we got a good coat of filler on there. Scuff that up and looks not bad. You can't see where I definitely gave up. I was like, I'll get it later. And I just didn't. The tailgate, same thing. It needs a little bit of glaze in a few spots, but I don't know. I'm happy with it. Don't go too close and show them every little. Stand back. Let's. You know, the old wide shot. The only thing that went gibbled here was this. I don't know. I must have had some paint on it, and I think then the masking, the plastic fell on it, and it just peeled it off, unfortunately. So that's a bit of a bummer. So I gotta fit that door yet. This door actually came out pretty nice. Door gap's pretty good. The rockers don't even look that bad. You can hardly tell this thing was, well, your words, not mine. It wasn't that junky. It was just
I believe a bunch of people on this beg to differ.
Bunch of people thought it was junky, but you know what? It's just a builder. So now it's all together. I'll probably say it 8 more times, so I do got to order glass for it. I have a color picked out, like I said. It's gonna be white on top. I got a nice little color for the bottom. I kind of want to do a semi-gloss finish or a bit of a more of a matte clear, base clear on it, just because that's what I like. I'll paint it a color. You guys win that, but I still get to have it a matte color. This fender came out real nice. Look at the body line. This one doesn't even look that bad. I spent less time on this fender than that one. So yeah, we're coming along. I still got to do the hood. Maybe I'll do that next. Bring it in, like I said, we're almost out of paint, but I think I have enough. I can bring it in here. I got to weld up the nuts that'll bolt it on, so I got to get that taken care of. It's all painted underneath, and we can scuff the top up, a little bit of body work, finish that, and then I have the cowl vent. I think I have another one that's in good shape. I got to find that. The thing can be together. I'd like to put all the trim on it, just kind of fit it all, see what it looks like. Maybe hang the grill in. I don't want to run a bumper, I don't think. Maybe just a rear bumper that I don't have yet, but no front bumper. And go from there. But honestly, another week or so of sanding, but I am going to take a break from this and go work on something fun like the Nova. Having a Nova and a Nomad at the same time, I find myself crisscrossing. I'm crossing streams. But there you go. Oh, I painted the door a little bit on accident too. That was dumb. All the masking in the world, eh? Look at that. These pristine seats I had. And someone mentioned the carpet. I left it in, I know. But there you go, all in one color. I'm ecstatic with this thing now. Now it feels like a car that's actually worth a few dollars. Not just an absolute money pit. That's where I'm leaving for now. And I will see you guys next couple of days, probably working in the other garage in the cold, suffering in the dark. Thanks for watching. See you later.